Cole Hansen Spray Foam Equipment and Manufacturing. Today we're going to walk through the three components that kind of make up one of our spray foam rigs. What we'll start with first is going to be our air. So your air is going to come in from your compressor to a main feed air line. It's going to go into a filter which separates the water from your air compressor tank, and then also your regulator, which controls the amount of pressure coming in or out of the compressor. From there you have the main feed black line that runs down, goes into your machine, and it supplies all the air for your machine. It will have a little bit that goes out to your gun, but that'll just be to purge the gun. As far as whenever it comes into the machine, it will go in from here. You'll have a regulator on the side to be able to adjust your pressure with the machine. Also, it will work in sync with the regulator on the wall. That will, in return, power this tower on the top. So this tower on the top is used to pressurize air, which pressurizes the fluid in your lines. So if you follow back down this main feed, down to your filter into your regulator, it'll come across, and then there your air will supply to your barrel pumps. So you have your B-side barrel pump. The one thing that will be different on this is that you have auxiliary chuck for your mixer. So your B-side open seal will need to be mixed, so there will be a plug-in for that. There is one auxiliary chuck here for if you use any other kind of pneumatic tools. And then on this side you have your air that runs in for your A-side barrel pump. So the second component we're going to have in a spray foam trailer is going to be power. As far as power goes, you can have two alternate options. You can either have gas or you can have diesel. As far as gas or diesel goes, your power is going to come in from that generator straight into a panel. From that panel, you'll have breakers. And those breakers will go, one will go directly to your machine to source the main power for your machine. The other will be for your lights and your receptacles that you have in your trailer for anything else that you need to plug in, and also to have the trailer lit. So your power is going to come in directly from this main line right here, and it's going to come into your machine, and it's going to be powering all your switches, your controllers, your stroke counter, your heat on your preheaters and your hose, relays, and your directional valve. It will not be pressurizing your system. So that's going to go back to the first component of a spray foam rig, which is air. So air is actually what pressurizes your system. The power is what's going to be supporting the heat and all the controllers on the machine. As far as power goes, that's really about all there is to it. Alright guys, the third component you're going to have in your spray foam rig is going to be chemical. So in your chemical, you're going to have your B barrel and your A barrel. You're going to have a main supply line, and you're going to have your recirculating line. We'll start with the main supply lines. So your main supply line is going to pull in your chemical from your drums into your machines. Both of your hoses are going to run down the edges of your walls and run down in and supply your machine with fluid. Off that main supply line, you will also have a recirculating line. So for that recirculating line, it'll be used to heat up your chemical in your drums. One thing to note on that is on your closed cell, you need to know what you're doing. You can froth it up or get it too hot when you're recirculating that chemical. But on this machine, we do have recirculating lines. So those recirculating lines will come off the back of your gauges here, or your high pressure ball valves. So they'll come off those high pressure ball valves, and they'll run, and the lines will do the same thing as the supply lines. They'll run back down the length of the trailer on the walls, A and B. They'll run back down, and on your barrel pumps, there will be a little fitting that goes in, and it'll feed it back into the drum. So that's your third component of a spray foam rig, is your chemical. Got to have chemical to spray foam. Thank you guys for listening, and hope you have a great day.